up, everyone? Today I'm gonna share with you a big PSA mail day that I got back for the 10-day service. Obviously, unlike the name suggests, it didn't come in 10 days, but wanted to show you some of the results of the raw cards that you've seen in my videos. And there's more coming on the way, but those cards I felt like were relatively cheap to begin with, and I didn't have any urgency to get them back fast. So they're in the 20-day pile, which I think right now is taking almost 3 months to come back. So I'll share that results with you later as well, but wanted to definitely go over some of these results and some of the learnings, and obviously there were some good and some bad, but also ugly in there. So let's get started. So first on my list, so I'll link the video right here, right now. So as you know, my friends and I, we did a box break for the 2017 Prism basketball card, and we had some sweet breaks in there, sweet cards, including a black 1-of-1. So let me show you a few of the results from that. That was part of this 10-day service. So first off was the Jason Tatum Hyper Prism. That came back a 9. I'm pretty happy with that. I think I was expecting a 9, so it's always good when it meets your expectation. Next in the pile here is just a normal Jason Tatum. I think this one right now is going for like $200 for PSA 9. I'm not gonna sell any of these simply because I think the basketball market is kind of softened right now, and I'm not in a rush to sell them, so probably hold on to them for next season or even further. But yeah, this is a PSA 9 Jason Tatum base. Third card from the break that came back as part of this 10-day service is Donovan Mitchell. You guys remember us breaking the card. A little bit disappointed. We thought it could be a 10, but it came back a 9. But still a sweet card. I think this card is going for actually like a little over 200 right now. But again, I'm gonna keep this card for a while. The last card from the break that came back is this card. As you may have already seen, we're pretty stoked to pull a 1-of-1 Josh Hart rookie in the box, and it came back a 9, and we're happy with it. I'm happy with it. I think primary reason why we wanted to grade this card was it was authenticated, which is good, and it came back a decent grade. Now, whether we sell this card or keep this card, haven't decided, but it is a sweet card to keep, and let's see how Josh Hart does, right? So those are the cards from our break that was part of this 10-day service. I'll share with you the results when I get back from the 20-day service that I put in for the rest of the cards. So next up, and again, I'll link the video here. I've posted a video on sort of how to prepare your cards for grading for PSA, and of that, the very first card that I reviewed over together was this 2009 Topps rookie James Harden card. Well, the result came back pretty good right here. As you can see, came back a gem mint, PSA 10. I bought this, for your reference, raw from eBay. So there are still good sellers out there in eBay, knock on wood. I bought this for $145, including shipping. And I think right now it's priced at close to $1,300. So I'll let you do the math. I think that's almost 8 to 9x multiple. I'm probably, again, not gonna sell this card. It's a sweet card, and if there's a right offer later down the road, I might sell it. But it's a sweet card, even though he doesn't have the beard on there. So I'm really happy about this. This is definitely one of the best returns I've had in terms of multiples for grading. Next on the list, again, this was reviewed in the video for card quality as well, is the 2014 Prism PSA 9 Messi. I think in the video I might have said it'll probably come back a 9, maybe a 10. I think the centering and edges were decent quality. It was hard to tell because there's not that many cards out there that are graded for soccer. So when you reference the card, it's just hard to gauge, okay, what cards get 10, what cards get 9. But anywhere between 9 and 10 is always good. And I paid a little over $100 for the raw card. Right now, with a significant dip in the soccer market, I think this card is going for like 240. I believe it used to go all the way up to 600-700 before when it was really hot. So again, not in a rush to sell any of these, so I'll keep it. And when the next World Cup comes around, or when Messi, even though his team is probably not going to do so well this coming season, if he has a crazy night or something and the value pops, I may sell it. Next on the list is also a soccer card. I bought this raw again for about $120. Is Ronaldo. So this came back a 9 as well, and this is valued right now a little over 200. Pretty sweet card in my opinion. Not numbered or anything, it's just a simple base card. Came back a 9, happy with that. Again, for this card, I'll probably keep it unless there's a good offer, or if the soccer market bounces back and the value jumps to 3x. And then on my list, this one's definitely in the ugly category here, is this card. Pretty shocked, I would say. So I bought this off of a Discord channel. So, not to bring down Discord or anything, but there are sellers out there like this. I didn't really go back and talk to the seller because you're gonna have both good and bad cards you buy as raw. I get that, and that's just the risk you take. And hopefully when you average everything out, that you are buying the right cards. So like for example, these two net, I made a good decision to buy raw, right, and get them graded. But yeah, this card pretty interesting. I thought it was pretty well centered, and for those of you who are like, oh, you should have checked the card first, I definitely did. I asked for a close-up of the front, of the back, and the guy even sent me like a very detailed picture of the corners and edges as well. And so I was pretty confident that the card would come back pretty good, like at least a 9. So, question of why did it come back a 6? To be honest with you, I think cornering, centering, and edges were fine on this. But I don't know if you can see through the camera there. Right there is almost like a fold, I want to say. Like a crease right there. So I think it probably got like a very low number on surface. And I looked back at the picture that the seller sent, and it didn't have this. And whether it had this crease when I was reviewing it or not, I'm not sure, but it probably did, because there's no way that the card could have folded like this on its way to PSA. So learning experience, for sure. Bought this card for $45. It's probably gonna stay in this slab for its entirety of its life, unless I break it and try to sell it raw at 45 again. But it is what it is. Thankfully it wasn't a high dollar card, but definitely a learning experience there. And then on the list, I haven't shown this card before, but it was one of my earlier purchases this year. I bought a 2012 Klay Thompson rookie Prism for $100 on eBay. I thought the centering was pretty terrible, but then I started to look at the graded PSA 10 and 9 cards, and the centering looked really bad on these for some reason. But regardless, I sent the card in, and we got a 9 for it. Pretty happy. I think it's about a 3x return. I think the card is going for like $325 right now. I think it has definitely the potential to go up even more once the season starts and next year's season starts and Warriors aren't, the last seed in Western Conference, and we know how competitive Clay can be. Last but not least, which I don't have the cards for, so I'll show the picture here right now. I had bought 5 LeBron James 2019 Panini Prism base cards on eBay in the span of like weeks back in, I think, April. And I paid on average $20 to $25. I think it might have been closer to $25. And the result of that is I have gotten 2 PSA 10s out of that and 3 PSA 9s out of that pile. So I sold them immediately, just like I had explained in my previous video of why. And for the PSA 10s, I sold them for about $280 each. And then the PSA 9s, I sold them for $70 each. So all in all, great return, minus the Ronaldo, but a good experience as well. But yeah, so that's it for today. I'll make another video once I get the 20-day cards back. And I'm continuing to submit more right now to take advantage of the dips in the off season, and hopefully by the time I get the cards back, the NBA has figured out what to do about next season and how the formats may look. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.